Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's ItsAbeeyola. Today we'll be talking about our wash day routine for 4C dense hair, children edition. So I will be going through kind of what we have been doing in the last couple of years now, and how this has helped us retain length, grow my child's hair. And if you're on that journey, then I'd like to join you, I guess, come on this journey with you as you grow your child's hair. So we're going to go through our wash day. I will try and make this as detailed as possible, because this is really where your routine starts, right? Wash day is where your routine starts. So first you want to, of course, detangle. I should have showed this part, but I did. I don't have a detangling session, but we do take out the hair. Usually I take out the hair a day before, and then I would wash the next day, just because my daughter's 4 right now, and so she gets tired and it just can be a pretty long process. So that's what I do. She has got quite thick hair, highly dense hair, and she's also got like coarse strands, and very, very like high shrinkage. So like kinky, like real kinky 4C proper hair. All right, so this is us starting the wash routine. After I take her hair out in whatever protective style that I have, I like to put them in twists, like chunky twists. If you're doing this, make sure the base is loose, and then you kind of get tighter towards the ends of the hair. And the reason I do this twist method is, again, just because of how much hair that I am dealing with. As you can see, her hair is wet at this point, but it's not silky. It's not like slipping down. It's not reducing in the bulk of the hair because of just the texture that she has, okay? So some people kind of maybe like, that's too much. Why are you doing why are you twisting it? Why are you doing all of that? But the reason I do this is because I'm trying to keep her hair healthy, and I'm trying to retain length. And so if that's your goal in retaining length, you want to make sure that you're doing anything that you need to reduce tangles, and anything you need to kind of just allow, excuse this fuzziness, it's going to fix itself in a moment. There you go. This is a shampoo that I'm using. So in retaining length, you're trying to reduce tangles, you're trying to reduce the amount of the detangling process, shorten the tangling process, and just anything that's just going to kind of hinder or cause breakage, right? So that's the whole point. If her hair is all out, there's a likelihood of just a longer process to detangle the hair. And also I don't get to get into the scalp. Like when I am shampooing right now, you can see that I can separate those twists and get to her scalp, because again, she's got such like bulk, so much hair. She has so much hair that I just feel like if I wash it, or when I would wash it without twists, I sometimes miss spots. Like when I'm going through her hair after we've washed it, I'm like, ooh, I missed a spot here, I missed a spot there. So that's why I do this twist method. If your child doesn't have as much hair, you don't need as much twists, or you don't need any twists at all. If you've got like silkier texture, not the coarse texture, you don't need twists. You maybe just wash it and you're good to go. All right, so figure out what your child needs and then do what's appropriate for your child's hair. In case you're wondering why I have a glove on, again, in ensuring that we are caring for pretty much every strand of hair. I had, like, my nail was chipped on that hand, and so that's why I wore some gloves, because I wanted to ensure that I wasn't snagging on the hair. This is me being extra. Yes, you don't have to be this extra if you don't want to, but that's why I'm doing it. I don't always wear gloves. I actually like to feel the hair, because I just enjoy feeling the hair more than wearing the gloves. But some people actually only wear gloves when they do their hair, so it's your choice. So yes, so again, go in, put the shampoo on the scalp, you're concentrating on the scalp and then you work it down the hair strands. I do like a couple of rounds of shampooing, so I may do like 2 on the scalp and then the rest on the body of the hair, depending on again how dirty it is, how long I had, like what is the time from my last wash day to this wash day. I think this time, I think it was about 3 weeks. I trying to do every 2 weeks. Sometimes it goes to 3. Once in a while, it goes to 4. If I ever leave it for 4 weeks without washing, trust and believe in between the 4 weeks, we would do something. So you're either re-moisturizing or spraying it down or something, not just not doing anything for a full month. That's not a good idea. That's just gonna dry out the hair. Well, you know, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. It's gonna dry the hair out. But there are unicorns out there who don't do anything and it works for them. For me, it doesn't. I have tried it. I tried it over summer one time and it did not work. We had some setbacks on certain parts of our hair when I was trying to do the mini twist in and leave it for 4 weeks. Did not work for me. I just haven't mastered, I guess, mastered that. So I just find with natural hair is really very personal. And we're always learning, right? Like, I do not think I know it all. I just do what's working for me, and I'm constantly trying to learn and always open to hear from other people. But it's very important to kind of find people that have the same sort of hair as you. Yes, it's not exact, but I'm not going to really take advice necessarily from someone who has thin hair and silky strands, because it's just not really going to work for us, because thin hair, silky strands, just throw some water on there, it's just easy and flows. But yeah, anyways, the shampoo, what did I think about the shampoo? I liked it. I think it's quite clarifying, so it will leave that really clean feeling. If you're not a big fan of that, then maybe you wouldn't want this. I did get this from Ulta. One of the things I love about Ulta is you can try a product and you can return it if you don't like it, even after you've used it. For this one, I think I did. I actually returned it afterwards, but I thought it was nice, but I wanted to try something else. I am still looking for like a really moisturizing shampoo, because I find some of these ones are just a bit too squeaky clean for me. But yeah, so this is me again washing the scalp and bringing it down the strands of the hair. And as you can see, I have to like clip it up to reach down the middle. I think as she gets older, it may get easier. I feel like I need to get like a wash basin or something. But we do try different methods of washing the hair. This is me washing it at the sink. I've also tried, and I sometimes wash it in the shower where she's sitting on a chair. That also works, but she tends to fall asleep when she is in the shower, so it gets uncomfortable when she's falling asleep and I'm still washing the hair. So that's why I kind of like this method of washing it by the sink. Okay, so when we're done with the shampoo, I think I'm gonna then of course you do the conditioner. Again, I'm doing section by section, so I can just try and get all of the hair. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. As it comes up, please just like type it in there and let me know your questions. But this is a routine and a style that we've been doing for, I want to say, at least a year now. I started washing her hair in twist. No, actually, I think I started washing her hair in twist less than a year. Yes, because it's just gotten so thick. So if you're starting your child's hair journey and your child's hair is not this length or your child's hair is not this thick, you may not need as many twists. You just need either few twists, or you can do without the twist completely. And I noticed as well that as the hair grows, your routine tends to change slightly. The whole basis, the main idea stays the same, but you have to tweak. Well, I have had to tweak my things slightly. But yeah. All right, so I'd also like to hear from you guys. Are you on this journey with your child? Are you focused on hair length, hair growth right now? Or are you just trying to get your child's hair healthy? Kind of where are you? I would love to hear from you guys and find out where everybody is. What do you do with your child's hair, and what are those things that maybe you find difficult, or things that are really working for you and your child's natural hair journey? And also, do you have children with 4C hair, or what is the texture like? I'd really like to hear from you guys, so please leave some comments down below and let me know what you think. And yes, I know this is a process, but let me know what you think about this process. Is this something that you would try out? If not, tell me why. If you would, tell me kind of why as well, I guess. All right, so here we are rinsing out all of the shampoo. I'm trying to really make sure I am rinsing everything out, and then we can move on to the next stage, conditioner. So one thing, I'm sure no one does this, but there was a time on my hair that I would actually skip conditioning my hair. I don't know why, but I think just I'm in a hurry, I need to go, and I would wash it and skip conditioning. Please don't do that. That's actually I don't think it's not a good thing to do. So yes, this is conditioner. I actually don't even know the name of this product. Wait, let's see. My camera just doesn't like to get focus on something. There you go, Curl Fresh. There you go. Okay, it's AG Care. I got this again from Ulta. I think I've repeated myself. But yes, this is the conditioner. What did I think about the conditioner? It was okay, but it was just not very silky. I feel like I need a conditioner I like conditioners that have a lot of slip and that are not thick. So really, this is quite light, but I just didn't think it had the moisture that I was looking for, the slip I was looking for. So when I put in the conditioner, I then go into my twists and then I detangle each one. So I detangle it and then I twist it back up. At this point, we usually move from laying down to sitting down. I may just sit down on a plastic chair and then do this whole process. Let me know if you've got a child that has 4C hair. Do you find the hair is just super duper tangly? I try to do both finger detangling and using a tool. I would use a wide tooth comb, and I would then sometimes use my detangling brush with the Best by Felicia Weather. Brush with the Best is the name of the brush. So I would go with my fingers first, and then I would use a big wide tooth comb, and then I'll do the brush. But I'm trying to do more of the finger detangling and the comb, because I've heard that it's best to try not to use as much brushes, but I just find that I can never get it as detangled. So I still use brushes, I still use combs. Yeah, I do. And I've seen people that have waist length hair and they also use the same thing. So I think with all the rules of natural hair, you just kind of try and see what works for you and adapt it to what is best for you. Okay? And even me sharing my routine, this is just to share my routine of what's working for us and for me and my daughter's hair. By no means do I think this is the only way or the best way. This is just a way. And maybe if you're also kind of stuck, maybe you can try it if you find that it's just hard to cope with. Because I find putting these twists in is just a lifesaver, because without the twists in, I just would get so overwhelmed with just the bulk of the hair and just everything everywhere. So yeah, so that's why I do this. Yeah, it's a process. So I will go through each one and put the conditioner in, and then detangle each one. Again, I use my fingers first as much as I can, and then I'll use a wide tooth comb. When we're done, this is how it looks. All the twists, these are all twists that have conditioner in. I do like to have her sit for a little bit. At this point, she's like half asleep, or she's sleeping. So I put a shower cap on there. We put like a towel on top of that. Sometimes I get her to sit down under a dryer, hooded dryer, or if you've got like a heating cap, sometimes I do that as well. After all of that's done, we rinse out the hair and condition. I try, when I put the conditioner on, I forgot to mention it earlier, I try not to get to the scalp. And that's more of a personal thing. It still gets in the scalp. It sure gets in the scalp, but I try not to focus a lot of conditioner on the scalp, just because I find that if I do that, I may miss a spot and then I'll find conditioner in between her hair somewhere. So I just like to focus on the hair when I'm doing the conditioner. Okay, and then I also put the hair into Bantu knots. When I am done conditioning, I do this because it allows the hair to kind of dry in a stretched state. In case we are too tired to go further on our wash day routine, we can stop here and we're good. We can sleep and wake up and continue. Today we were good. We were trooping on. And so I would put each twist into a Bantu knot. And then I'm just going to blow it out with my Rev Air. And so we've already detangled the hair, so I don't like brush it again, but you can like brush it again before you put it in the Rev Air. You probably should. I probably should brush it again before I put in the Rev Air, but anyways, I don't. Or I didn't. And I don't put a lot of product in the hair as well. Let me know if you have a Rev Air. Do you put lots of product on your child's hair before drying it? Or do you just dry it? I just maybe spritz some leave-in, but I don't put a lot of products in there. So I dry it where it's dry enough. Sometimes it's still a tiny bit damp, and then I would go after that to then put in my leave-in conditioner and then moisturize it. So I moisturize the hair when it's a little bit dry. Okay. So yes, that's kind of our routine. Today I was trying to blow dry the hair out and stretch it quite a lot so I could trim the ends. I don't do this often. I just do this. This was like our first big trim this year, so I wanted to blow it out. And I think it's best to trim the hair when it's blown out than if it's in the curly state, because I just find that natural hair is able to hide things, right? So I like to like stretch it and then trim it. I like to stretch it often so I know that the hair is still kind of healthy, if that makes any sense. And that could even just be like in a blow dried state, right? Okay, so we'll just do that all the way through. And then I think I have some clips showing you me kind of trimming the hair and how it looks. Yeah, and that's it, really. If I wasn't trying to trim the hair, then I would blow dry it out, but not to this length, or the stretched state. It would be kind of not as straight as how this one looks, if that makes any sense. In case you're wondering, I was using number 6, which is like really high, like the number 6, and number 2. So if you have the Rev Air, the dial was the number 6, and I was using the number 2 setting. Number 2 setting just gives a much straighter, like almost kind of like you're straightening it out, I guess, but not quite. This is very safe. You can't really get heat damage with this, and that's why I like it, and that's why I use it. This is the old one. They actually have a new Rev Air now. I'm gonna see if I can get one, and maybe do like a comparison one and see if I need to get a new Rev Air. All right, so I recorded this on my phone, so I've got it in the wrong format, but I have sliced it and put like both videos. I hope this isn't distracting, but I hope it actually is it's kind of fun to watch. All right, so this is me kind of just trimming her hair, and this is kind of where we're at now. This was just before she turned 4. And this is the length that we're at. I wish I had like other pictures to show from like 3 and 2 just to see the progression. Initially, sometimes it's hard to see, but I did notice it. I watched a video and I was like, okay, yeah, her hair is growing. So this is the routine that I believe has helped us. The middle picture is the style that I did. And this is just chunky twists. If you are like trying to kind of get on this journey where you are trying to grow your child's hair, I find, I used to be a braider. I used to like to braid my child's hair. But I find that it's actually so much easier to twist. I don't know, try it out. If you haven't tried it, try twisting instead of braiding. I think you may like it. I used to only braid, but I find that twisting is less manipulation. And doing this chunky twists, again, this is really for those that have high, dense hair, thick hair, just a lot. If your child has a lot of hair, doing it this chunky isn't, the cutest sometimes, but it works. It works because you can do this. You can unravel it in like less than 30 minutes, and you could do that again every 2 weeks, every once a week if you wanted, weekly. Because at one point I was doing it weekly. But yes, I'm able to take it out and put it back in really quickly. So that's why I like the chunky twist. The mini twists are awesome because you get to like really have fun with the styles. You could do pigtails today. You could do up, half down. I really enjoy I really enjoy how versatile it is when I have the mini twists in. But I can't do the mini twist and take them out every 2 weeks. That's just way too much work. That's way too much work for me. When I do the mini twist, then I need to keep it in for like a good 3 weeks, maybe 1 month. But I just haven't figured out how to moisturize her hair. And I feel like it's drying the hair out when I don't wash it as often. Maybe my mind, I don't know. But for right now, I decided to kind of just do the chunky twists and wash the hair every 2 to 3 weeks. Really 2 weeks, ideally. So that's kind of it for this video. I know it's been like a bit all over the place, but I hope that you were able to see our wash day routine. I hope I was able to give you details as to what we do, why we do it. And again, for anyone, if you know someone who has a child that has really dense, like 4C hair, I really, please share this video with them. Or I don't know if you're going to use it for yourself. But yes, let me know what you think. And if you have any more questions about our routine and what we do, this has definitely helped us retain length. Her hair is definitely not the same length all the way around. It's a lot longer at the back and shorter in front. There was a time we had some setbacks in the front, so that also has added to why the front is shorter than the back. But yeah, so we're just kind of taking it each day at a time and working through and trying to just keep her hair healthy and retain as much length as we can. Our focus is definitely on healthy hair and minimal hair care, like doing the least to gain the most, do the least for the most gains, essentially, is what we're trying to do. All right, so that's it for this video. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.